Hi friends, welcome to another writing vlog. We are switching projects.
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want.
I decided to let my pirate project kind of rest for a little bit and switch back to my YA Gothic truffle romance book. I got back my developmental editor's edits and I'm going to share a little bit of it with you. But before we do that, I want to go ahead and light up my new candle that I have chosen specifically for this project. This candle is called Gothic Cathedral, which really fits considering I'm writing a Gothic romance. Nothing's happening. I don't think this is charged enough. I don't know where my other one is. Haha, keep it poppin'. Okay, I have a lighter. Because you cannot light a candle without fire. Words of wisdom. Bum ba da ba. Did I miss the crackle? Yes, I did. Without further ado, I'm going to go over some things she liked and the two main things she didn't like. I'm going to skip going over inline comments just because, one, there's not a ton because there wasn't a ton that needed to be worked on, and two, I would then have to read you the words in the book. So she started off her edit letter listing a couple of things she thought that I did really well. First thing she said I did well was my world building. She said it was wonderful and it felt gothic and romantic and let's see, good atmosphere. She said she loved how I spread the world building out and that I paced the information in a way that felt natural, which is good because I did like an info dumpy pass to make sure that wasn't happening, so that it feels nice that someone thinks that I actually accomplished that. Then she said that my pacing and setup and build of romantic tension was astonishing, which definitely feels nice because I was afraid to even write a romance. So then she got into the nitty-gritty of the things she thought that I needed to change to make the book stronger, and they were so awesome. Really eye-opening for me. So the three things that she thought I really needed to reconsider were Arena's emotional arc, a certain character's motivation, and some of the pacing of the reveals. Now the pacing of the reveals all seemed to be very simple, easy fixes and came out more in her like in manuscript comments, and actually have like a really fun thing that I want to do with a certain part of it that I think will really help that. So I'm not really worried about that. And then the second thing was a certain character's motivation, or like also the dynamic between Arena and this character. And when I reread the book from like an outsider's perspective, I totally understood what they were saying because I was trying to give mystery to this character. I was trying to make their relationship kind of complicated and a little toxic. So I think in doing that, I kind of lost detail, and it kind of made me realize that in a relationship that you're reading, you can have a person act hot and cold toward you, but you still need to know how your main character feels about that person, and that's the kind of part I was missing a little bit, because you know how you feel about a person, or at least if you don't know how you feel about a person, then that needs to be clear to the reader as well. So I feel like that was an uncovered nugget that will really just send this book to the next level. I think when I'm talking about it, it probably comes across as if these edits are massive, but really they're just polishing. It's like sentences placed correctly for the most part. There's definitely some like more nitty-gritty things in the inline comments I want to get to, and I have some bigger changes planned, but it's not a huge we're changing everything book. Essentially, we're keeping the same characters, the same plot. I'm keeping the same motivations, I'm just bringing them more to light, and I am tweaking some pacing of some things. So they are actually a lot more simple once I get into the manuscript. And I know I keep saying this, but I am so excited to get back into this project because I think both the feedback that this editor gave me and the feedback that Kelly Ty gave me are going to be pivotal in the manuscript and actually making it as strong as it can be. Like, it's going to elevate it to the next level, and then I think I'm probably going to start querying it, like, for real. I think my query letter was probably a mess, so I'm going to go over that again after I get through these edits. By the end of this, I think I'm going to be happy with where I've got it and ready to actually query it. Before, I wasn't actually happy with it, and armed with all of this awesome feedback and a new plan, I think if I can accomplish what I'm setting out to accomplish in this edit, I'll actually have a peace about it. So yes, that is where we're at. So this is my starting point. I'm on page 45 and the manuscript is 313 pages. So I'm hoping that I can make up some ground this week. So I am upstairs in my egg chair, mostly because I'm doing laundry downstairs and it's very noisy and I'm not feeling 100% today. I'm hoping it's just allergies, but I just wanted to be cozy and warm, and it's kind of cold down there. So here we are. We're in my egg chair. We are feeling okay. Let's see. Wednesday I got a decent amount done. So I'm planning on spending all day writing today, so hopefully we can gain some momentum within the manuscript, and I'm probably going to make some coffee and just hop right into revisions. So it is much later in the night. I made some decent progress. My throat and my ear are kind of killing me, so I'm cutting it off a little earlier than expected, and maybe I didn't make as much progress as I wanted, but it's like a sick day, so any progress at this point is good. I made it to page 131, which is like 30 pages from the midpoint. I guess it would have been nice to hit the midpoint, but it just didn't happen today, so I'm okay with it. At least I did something. So it is the 19th. I'm starting on page 124, which I think I accidentally lost some of my edits because my computer freaked out and I don't think it saved it. So I don't know where I was in my last update, but I'm definitely backtracking a little bit. So yeah. So this has definitely turned out to be like the most chaotic vlog I have ever done. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice, but I am just like super sick and I haven't wanted to pick up a camera and talk because it's like been agitating things.
But I have been making progress in my novel and in the edit, and I think last night I got to around the 200 page mark. But I did want to give you guys a quick update because I have actually been making some significant progress in the book. Last night I completed working on one of the main issues that my developmental editor had pointed out, and something cool that I thought I kind of figured out once I dug deeper into the issue was that it wasn't so much a pacing problem so much as I was missing a huge opportunity to build and add on to some creepy tension. To be vague and not give spoilers away, I had added this scene that I thought would kind of be kind of creepy, kind of spooky, kind of add some edge to the main character's feelings, but I didn't actually shine a light on those feelings and her reaction to what she discovered in that scene. So for the reader who is experiencing the story through the main character's point of view, it was just like this creepy thing happened, but then we didn't address it at all. Like there was no domino effect from what happened in that scene. So I actually had a lot of fun kind of sprinkling in that extra tension that was my intention all along, but I guess I kind of thought like, oh, the reader will be like, icked out by it and be thinking like, oh, that's creepy. And they are, but it's in a confusing way because my main character needed to be creeped out by it, like, throughout the scenes. So that was actually a lot of fun, and I'm excited to kind of hop into this last little bit of the book. I don't know how long it's going to take me, and honestly, I have given myself, like, a lot of leeway being sick. So we'll see when I actually wrap this thing up, but I am definitely still having fun with it.